Previously on Two Past Midnight. Valentine, I have a man I need you to take care of for me. I'm not sure what his end plan is.
Who is this man?
His name's Jelko. I need you to find out what he's up to.
I can kill him instead. Do we need to know what he's up to? You cannot trust a hungry wolf.
Let's find out how hungry he is. If he's a little hungry, then we can make him our pet. And we don't know if he's a wolf yet or not.
He could just be a dog.
Our boys aren't back yet. Ain't seen hide nor hair. At what point do we worry?
We owe Valentine a debt, but in all honesty, I mean, dead men hold no debts.
So I was listening back to the one where we did XP recently, right? And I realized something. When we were tallying up the XP, I realized that there's a baked-in mechanic for tracking this sort of thing. Instead of having to justify when you do something like try to save your buddy, or do something to like try to save your buddy, or you do something that's like along your moral code shit, or something like that. And what it is because in the rules, you get a bonus, right? If you do those things. Like, we've done them before. Occasionally, I've had to remind you of these things. But you guys never, ever, very rarely, occasionally, like, use that, right? So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that that's what we're going to actually track, is those times when y'all go, hey, this is blah, blah, blah. My moral code fits in with this, blah. And that's how we'll know when those things happen, instead of having to, like, mitigate it out later on and try to figure it out and remember.
I like it, GM.
Then we could just, like, make a note of it at the time, you know? What do you guys think? It would simplify things. And it would also promote you guys using those mechanics.
Yeah, I was going to say, we should be making decisions based on these things, knowing that we get a bonus from them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully we remember in the time.
Right.
And that's on us. I get it.
Maybe in another 100 episodes, we'll catch on to how this game works.
Yeah. But if y'all don't, then that means I'll be like, did you get the bonus for it at the time? No? Then no experience point.
In my character sheet, I've actually been in my name and details area where you're supposed to put, like, your feats. I've had a little thing for probably, 15, 20 episodes that's just XP happenings so that I can remember when I've done crap.
Show us your feats, Brian.
See,
Show us
this is
feats.
why Brian is the best note taker.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and if you succeed at a skill, you can, like when it comes around time, you can, those are the ones that you could up, right? And I mean, like, the Delta Green character sheets, for example, have that little, like, box where, like, if you fail at a roll, you can go, okay, now let me fill this in, because that means when it comes around time at the end of the investigation, you can up those things. So there isn't one on the Twilight 2000 sheets.
Because that's not how it works.
But if you succeed at it, it's the same concept.
Oh,
right?
yeah. If you succeed at the roll, then you can increase it. Yes.
Right.
Okay, actually, along those same lines, I do have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How long ago is out of bounds for I succeeded at that roll and I would like to increase that skill?
From the last time we got XP?
We did XP.
Okay.
Because that's what we're doing, is like a session, quote unquote.
I got you. That's fine. So.
Yeah. So this would be anything since when we just did XP a couple sessions
the question
ago.
was, I've gotten the XP, but I haven't done a medical aid since then, so I cannot increase medical aid.
Medical aid.
I did medical aid before
You did, but
I
you
got
failed
XP.
at it. Well, that's what I'm saying. You did it before you got XP.
Right.
This last time. But that means you could spend this XP on it, because it was like...
But he failed at it. You have to succeed.
I know, but he failed. I'm saying, hypothetically, if you had succeeded at it,
right,
you could have, because that wouldn't make sense for it to be like, and you have to use it now. You know what I mean? Because it's only when you rest.
But I did succeed at it in the between the last time, because I did it with Murph at the farmhouse.
Yeah, you did.
And that's
right,
I already
that
increased it
before.
once based off of that, but that was before we got XP. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but I'm saying you did a medical aid on Jablonski. You just failed at it.
Right, but that was even still before we got XP.
This time.
So My question is if I sleep and spend XP, can I increase medical aid when I did it to Murph at the farmhouse?
No, because you already did it once, and you can't do it twice on the same thing in the same go-round.
Okay.
That's what stops that. Because we did that too, you wanted to spend extra XP to up it.
But you only need a success if you're going from a nothing to a D, correct?
It's not just to bring it to a D. It's to go from a D to a C. You have to use that skill and pass it.
So any upgrade has to have a success.
Correct.
I was under the assumption it was only skills that you knew nothing about in order to get them to a dice had to have a success.
You know what?
You might be right. Let's look back. It's a good time to cover rules at the beginning of an episode.
May I ask?
So I wanted to do it now. Sure, go ahead.
None of us can use our XP to increase anything at the moment until we have a rest time, right?
Right. I mean, you could plan to use it, but...
Yeah, I know what I want to increase, but I don't think that we've had a rest. Because I want to increase my recon, and I've already used it and succeeded at it in this little Valentine trip. I just need to rest in order to use it.
Technically, I think where my character is at is he's just waking up, because I'm trying to think if I want to actually use those XP. Or could you tell me if you're planning on killing this character soon so I know where to go?
Well, I mean, his XP is not going anywhere except for with him, so...
No, but like, I could use a recon, because I've already bumbled my way through windows to try to get here and almost stepped on a landmine.
Here's the thing. I don't plan on killing characters. It just happens. The dice decide that.
I don't believe you.
Quote, per the rule book, page 40.
40.
PDF 41. To raise a skill level or gain a new skill at level D, you must have used the skill and succeeded at least once since your last increase.
Yeah, so both. Yeah, so it has to be for either one. Yep. Okay.
I was incorrect on that.
Shame on you, Kyle.
Oh, trust me, it's going to get much worse.
For shame, Kyle. For shame.
Ding. Shame. Ding.
But, yeah, so if the two of you that want to spend your shit, I think both Emmett and LT at some point have rested. I think you guys flip-flopped who was on watch and who...
Yeah, that's what we were doing there.
So if you guys want to do that, you're at that point where you can.
I have 4 total experience on this character and a coin. I will get rid of 1 coin and 4 experience to at least get on the friggin' board for recon for a character you're probably going to kill.
Maybe. You never know. If they die, it's because of the dice. That's what it is.
I'm going to burn...
Oh, go ahead. I mean, you technically haven't rested yet anyway, but you can...
Okay.
You guys were kind of on watch and, like,
all right,
observing both of you the whole time, so...
No. Can I retcon it?
No. You can increase it when you get back to the V-hole, because you guys were getting bonuses for both of you being up and doing shit.
Well, no. It took... The skill success would have been before we rested at the V-hole and went out on patrol.
Right, but then that would have happened after... That would have happened also before you got the XP.
No, because I succeeded at survival getting them through the wire.
Right, but I'm saying you can't
we got XP
increase it
after
until
that.
you rest. Right.
Yep, I forgot when we got XP. Never mind.
Right.
Thank you, malevolent GM.
Emmett is going to spend some rest points.
Okay.
He is going to bring his recon from a D to a C.
That's 10. You spend a
Yes.
10 shot.
Yes.
Okay.
You had a character live long enough to have 10 XP.
So I have no experience, and now I'm down to 8 challenge coins. So
Nice. So you both raised up your recon.
yes. Well, I think the city almost necessitates it. Urban operations is terrible.
If I remember correctly, part of me losing my pistol was failing a recon, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
All right. Let's get back into this. The actual shit we're here to do. So we're going to open up on, after all of that bullshittery, we're going to open up on Murphy and Valentine at their little observation point, looking out over the bunker. It's early in the morning, still dark outside. And place is kind of quieted down. The crowds of people you'd seen, the bunches of people going to and from the bunker over the night have kind of like, it's tapered off as it's getting later and later. And what is your all's plan?
Murph, it's time to wake up. We need to rendezvous back at the hideout with the others.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, you take points and take us out of here nice and slow, okay?
Sounds good. Same route, or do you want me to take my own way?
You take your own way. If we go back the same way, if we go the same way each time, more likely to get caught, yeah?
Absolutely. All right. Keep up.
Keep up.
So which way are y'all planning on going? Straight east, up the river or down the river, as the case may be, as the water flows, is that bridge where there's a checkpoint that you know of. Or you could head north. Or you could head in through past the bunker. That's kind of where you're at right now.
Well, if we take the river route, we'll come out to his hideout before we get to the checkpoint, right?
Here? Going to the west?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so your three options are straight north, head east, downriver, right? Because the issue with that might be that there's the checkpoint here, or you could head through the area where the bunker is. But that's that whole big bombed out area where the only thing in that is the bunker just sitting there in the middle of like a debris field.
Understood, but could we go the river route?
That is the river route.
We can't go into the hexes with the river. Because we don't have a boat.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't just like follow the shoreline and...
You can, but it would be this hex.
All right, then we'll just go straight north and then west.
Okay. I'm cool with that. Roll me a recon roll. This is the perception one.
Perception?
So it's still dark out, so you take a -2.
Okay. So A and a B, that goes down to a B and a C. I got 2 successes.
Okay. Go ahead and move your 200 or 400 meters that you're going to be moving. Straight north, 400 meters. Was that your plan?
Yes.
Because you all can move those tokens instead of making me do it.
Do we also have to roll a survival roll for that?
No, I'm not going to worry about that.
Okay.
All right, so 400 meters. How many hexes is that?
2. Each one of those is 200 meters.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Didn't want to go too far and get accused of cheating.
Quit cheating, Chris.
Actually, if you do the little arrowy draw line ruler thing, it'll show you 200 meters, 400 meters, 600 meters. All right, so as you're going along, you're headed up that way, and it's actually in that first hex, not the second one. As you're going, you start to see a convoy coming through, and it looks like it's another working party, but this time it's headed from the north, headed south towards the bridge. And they're going to spot you if you continue on the same route you all are going. What is your plan? You can either try to hide in place or circumvent.
And we couldn't really circumvent to the northwest because that's pretty open, correct?
It's all built up city stuff. But my point is they're coming into the same hex you're in.
We're either going to lose time backing off, or we can try to hide.
Yeah.
Hide.
Okay.
I mean, it's still time either way. I mean...
Yeah, but we could hide and observe, too.
Also that, yeah.
You can, yeah. What do you guys want to do? You tell me.
Yeah, just tuck in under if there's rubble or building that we can get a good vantage point. Because I do want to observe as well.
Okay. All right. Roll. Whoever has the lowest recon, roll me a recon roll. Add a +1 for terrain and whatever other modifiers you got.
That's you, Chris.
And it is a pushable roll.
Would infiltrator
Yes.
apply? Okay.
Because it's to remain unseen.
Yep. Well, that That's an A and an A, regardless.
Can I borrow some of that extra recon you don't need?
Oh, you boosted yours, didn't you?
No, I'm a B and a B, but if you get +1 for infiltrator and +1 for terrain.
Oh, yep.
And so I got 1 success. I think I want to push the failure.
Okay. Tell me what that looks like, the push and the failure.
He finds a spot that he thinks is good, but it may have a good vantage point of seeing them, but he feels like it's a little bit too exposed.
Okay.
So he wants to find a better spot where they can observe and have a little bit more cover.
Okay.
We are in the open here. Move farther down. What is wrong with you?
I noticed it myself, motherfucker.
Just adding stress.
Ooh, 2 more successes, so 3 total.
All right. Roll me an observation recon roll then on this, but give yourself a -2. Since you want to observe them also.
You want to take it? Actually, I get.
You should
Do you have
take that
scout?
one.
Do you have scout?
I do not.
Okay.
Jeremy, if you succeed at it, you get intel.
I do. That's it. You said -2?
Mm-hmm.
A and a B, B and a C. 1 success.
Okay. All right. So I mean, as they're going by, you recognize that. I mean, it's what I was saying. Looks like it's a working party. There are about 10 of the Polish Guard here. They look like regular soldiers, not just militia guys. And they're escorting out a working party. They have a T-72 tank. They have a Gaz-66 truck that they mostly have them like in the back of. You know what I mean? So they're like driving them out to the farm fields on the other side of the river. And it appears like there's an officer and a bunch of enlisted. So I mean, that's kind of what you got. Just rolling down the road, headed towards the checkpoint.
How many troops is it?
10.
10? Okay.
So, I mean, that's what you'd guess based upon the tank and the people driving.
Sure.
It looks like there's about 10. The couple in the back. So, driver, people in the tank. Works out to around 10. And then also the, hold on. Yeah, and there's about a dozen or so, like, people for a working party in the back of the truck.
It also says stats, but I don't know if we need to really get into that.
Civilians and soldier and
Are
officers.
soldiers or like Spetsnaz, like special forces?
Polish soldiers,
Polish soldiers. Deal.
Polish officer,
Gotcha.
and then a bunch of refugees, essentially.
Okay.
Which I'm not going to read down all the stats, but that gives you an idea of what you've got. Yeah.
Valentine, does your man Jelko have an in with the troops here as well?
He is connected. He is in the back, behind the curtain, you know?
I do. So when this goes down and you start taking him piece by piece, that's going to add to the hunting party that's coming after us.
What is your point?
I'm just thinking about the repercussions of each action. The difficulty increases each time you want to take a piece of them.
You are not indebted for your mind.
Well, I would think you would like to use my expertise as well.
And I am. You are a field operator, yes?
Correct.
This is the target. This is the operation.
Fair enough. And I'm assuming you're former KGB or GRU?
What I am is a man who holds your debt.
And I thought I was prickly.
All right. So what route are you guys planning on going from here then?
We'll continue the route we were going on. We'll just wait for them to pass. Doing our observation, wait for them to pass. Continue going north and then west.
Okay. Roll me a recon roll for spotting, -2.
Okay. 1 success.
Okay. So as you move into that next hex to the north, you guys go down the road. You're kind of moving like along the sides of buildings so you can get a good view of what's coming up without, walking right down the middle, obviously. And up ahead, you spot a checkpoint, right? And it looks like it's new. Like this one wasn't here yesterday when you came through. It's a new checkpoint. You see a BTR-70 APC and about 15 of the pole soldiers. And they have yet to spot you. What do you want to do?
Oh, no. We need to back off and go around that one.
Absolutely. I say we duck in again and revisit our course. But instead of continuing to go north, can we...
Well, technically, it would be like you'd actually have to adjust your route from here, is technically by the travel rules from the one you started in, essentially.
Instead of going straight north, we go to the west, around.
Right, northwest?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, roll me a recon roll to get around them.
And same rules apply, right? Infiltrator and...
And it's an opposed roll, so... And yours is a pushable one.
2 successes.
Would you like to push that roll, since you didn't get a success on the other one?
Yes. Nope, just the 2.
All right, so describe to me how Murph is trying to not be seen by this checkpoint.
Low and slow. So, avoiding it, going very slow, building to building, because there's multiple buildings between, like on the side, right? Where we're doing the same thing, just moving west. So, dart across the whatever you would call it, intersections between buildings, and then move slow through the building. If there's openings into the building, going inside and then over so that we're not exposed at all.
Cutting down alleyways and small side streets.
Absolutely. And slow, not making any noise. But
trying not to make any noise.
Yes, sorry.
Trying.
When we cross the alleyways, I'll make sure it's clear, dart across, then cover him. Okay, go.
Jeremy, what's Valentine look like doing this?
Valentine's got his eyes low, and he's keeping watch because he's on high alert at the moment, but he also hasn't slept in about a day. So he's getting pretty tired, and his senses are getting a little dull, and he's just keeping an eye on Murph because even though Murph has already expressed difference of opinion on how to operate, he doesn't feel like he's going to give him up yet. So he's just got his eyes low, and he's just going through rote at this point of bump maneuvers and getting to the next corner, getting back to the hideout, and then move on to the next. Today is today.
Okay. All right, move to the square you're going to move to as you guys move along, and apparently the checkpoint didn't spot you. You didn't spot them spotting you, at least.
And I would say Murph is using his expertise and tricks of the trade, kind of trying to impress Valentine, to show him that he knows his shit.
Notice me, senpai.
All right, roll me another recon roll. And this is like taking twice as long as it should because of the shit you guys have run into so far.
Observation?
Okay.
2 successes.
And then do you want my recon?
Not yet. No, because it's just his for observation.
We don't have sneak around anything yet that we know of.
Yeah. All right, you said 2 successes?
That's it.
Okay. As you're going along, you up ahead actually spot a couple, and these actually do look like the militia. These, you see the armbands, and they look like the local militia. You see about 4 of them, and they look like they're headed into the building where the snipers were before, because you're kind of back in that area now. So what do you want to do? Try to sneak past them? Around? Wait for them to pass?
No, I think we need to stay on the move because people have heard the shots, though. When we were observing, did anybody go and see the bodies?
Let's see. All of the bodies, while you were observing, weren't in that big open blown out area. They were in the other hexes that you've just now been traveling back through. So if they were, you couldn't see them because that was on the other side of the buildings at that point.
There's 4. The regular militia. Can I request regular militia recon stats?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, what's their recon? What's their dice for recon?
They're the equivalent to, like, police, basically.
So
they're nowhere near Spetsnaz. Like, they're like around in the equivalent of like a soldier. Except for they also have like close quarters as a specialty.
Okay, but as far as their recon, it's a little bit on the lower side.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Just keep doing our thing.
We could possibly sneak by them. Wait till they are not observing us. When they're inside the building, and we go around them.
Okay. Roll me a recon roll to hide from them, then. Lowest.
Don't fuck it up, Chris.
Same bonuses still in effect?
Mm-hmm.
2 successes, and I will push
Okay.
the one die that had none. Ah, you mother bitch. That is a 1.
1 stress.
Yep. 1 point of stress.
But he got 2 successes on the other die.
He did. All right, so you see them start to go into that building, and you're like, all right, go. And you start to, like, zip past. And all of a sudden, like, in one of the windows, you think you see somebody look out for a second there. And you think maybe they might have spotted you. But then they keep walking. But for some reason, in that moment right then, it, like, clicks something in your brain. Shit, they just saw us. And you don't see them in the window anymore. Doesn't seem like they noticed you.
When we both make it to the other side, Valentine, I think we might have been spotted.
If we had been spotted, they would have come after us.
I swear I saw something in the window.
Just because you saw them does not mean they saw you. Keep moving.
Yep, I'm just making you aware. Keep an eye on our 6.
You do not have to tell me to be aware.
And you guys make it to the V-hole.
I would assume tradecraft kind of thing. We don't just like mosey right into the V-hole, that we go in separately. Once we get right near his spot, kind of make a circuitous route so that we're not just walking right into his spot.
Yes. Definitely take a circuitous route. But also, it's not like a coffee shop that we have to prove that we're not together, because we shouldn't be observed to begin with. So
You'd definitely not want to be spotted while doing it. But I think that would be, let's say, a recon roll to not be spotted going to the thing. That's a good idea. I like that. Recon.
I am pushing that roll.
you better.
Oh my god!
What'd you get on the pushed roll, Chris? What'd you get for the audio listeners?
I rolled a 1.
How many successes was that?
None.
Okay.
And what dice were you rolling?
2 d12s.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I hate roll 20.
It's just you and dice, man, and like at great times.
Yeah.
All right. So no successes. It's opposed. So okay. Describe to me where this point of stress comes from. Then you tell me what that looks like. The
It comes from rolling
pushing the
2d12s.
roll, and then the point of stress.
So he does everything correctly, doing the
Does
taking
he?
the hold on until taking the circuitous route and not making sure that he's not being observed. But then when he goes to go into the door to Valentine's place, like it's how do you want to say it? Concealed enough where he's like missing where the exact opening is, and he's getting pissed off, and he starts like banging on it, like open the fucking door.
What are you doing? Calm down. God, lower your voice.
Sorry, lost my temper a little bit there.
I know. Keep your shit under control. The door is right here.
That's keeping under control isn't exactly my thing.
Make it your thing.
You can ask those guys.
They do not matter. We are here now. You, me, make it your thing.
Working on it.
I mean, have you tried the call and like?
I hear
I don't think Valentine would be amused by that one.
But Emmett would know it. That's what I'm saying. Emmett knows the call and response.
What's the challenge phrase?
What do you mean? That's what it's been the whole time. It's the common wood pitching.
If I make a pigeon noise, I think Valentine might shoot me.
It'd be funny in the city. It's like go and, like you go to open the door and it's actually just a pigeon
There's 14 other pigeons that go.
eating chicken wings. Like, what the fuck is this disgusting cannibalistic bullshit?
Chickens aren't pigeons.
It's close enough, man.
That's like people eating
Yep.
monkeys.
Yep, my point exactly.
Ooh, are they technically a cannibal?
Hey guys, that's foul.
Kyle.
Sorry. Sorry.
Kyle's like, don't talk shit about cannibals. I've got this girl back here.
He's not going to eat her. He's going to wear her skin.
Totally different. Totally different.
Oh man. All right. So you get to Valentine's hideout. And you come in and LT and Emmett are up at this point.
Did you get food?
Yeah, we got a few.
I almost ate your skewers. You're lucky I like you guys.
Valentine takes food without even asking.
Okay.
And
It's
just,
meat on a stick. It's definitely not pigeon.
please act like Valentine cares. He's just gonna eat the skewer and all right, I am going to go to bed now. One of you must stay on watch.
Is there some secret to watch here? Because I can't even see out this stupid hole.
You must open your eyes.
Ah, must be it. Must be what I'm doing wrong.
I mean, I think this is kind of by design. Nobody can see in if nobody can see out.
So what's the point of watch? Can't we?
I couldn't even find the fucking door.
Yeah, that I saw. That was hilarious.
Jeremy did roll like a 3 successes from hiding
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So Valentine drops his pack and his rifle and he starts taking off his coat and his shirt, and we just see all of the tattoos on him.
Look like prison tats?
They are very much prison tats. And he turns around, and on his chest, Murph sees 3 crosses.
Really, bro? You're like instigating it?
They're on top of a cathedral.
Roll coolness under fire.
It's a tattoo of a cathedral with 2 crosses on top of the cathedral and 1 right in the middle.
All right, here's a coolness under fire roll. Ooh, 3 successes. He looks away like he sees it and looks away like he saw the devil.
Murph does not get hot and bothered.
Roll empathy roll.
No success.
All right. I'm going to go easy on this one and say you start breaking shit. Like kicking crates and boxes and shit like that.
Hold on, I'm thinking a little bit more. Yeah, but
Because it's still violent rampage.
yeah,
So-
yeah. You know that we have the broken down shotgun in the pack, stuff like that.
In your pack.
Yes,
Yep.
yes,
Broken down shot. Yep.
But he like drops because he's also carrying an extra sniper rifle that they picked up, and he just like throws the shit on the ground, turns the backpack over, and dumps the shit out, and is just like kicking shit and throwing a massive fit.
Murph, what is your fucking problem?
Those fucking crosses is my problem.
What? My tattoos?
Ever since the fucking burning crosses with the bodies, every time I see a cross, I lose my fucking shit.
Well, that's convenient in a city full of churches.
Fuck you. You didn't see what we saw.
Please, launch another rifle across the room. That'll help us out. Tons there, Jivo.
Keep it up and I'll launch you across the fucking room.
Ooh, I'm
Murph,
about
knock
to
it
get
off.
found.
All you're doing is drawing attention to this place.
At what point do we tie him to the bed?
Go ahead and try it, son.
What? You gonna freak out if I do? Let me guess. String gets to you as well.
LT's got some sass.
I go over and I pick up the guns that he's throwing around and I just kind of set things off on one of the extra beds and be like, just
Valentine walks up to Murph. Very close. Like a foot from his face. Just goes, make it your thing. Get your shit together.
He doesn't say anything, he just nods.
Emmett.
Emmett would, as Valentine kind of walked up to him, Emmett would kind of back off just a little bit, knowing that Valentine's just trying to get him back in line. And that's the same thing Emmett was trying to do the last time in the with the guitar.
It is. We're going to circle back around to that in a second. So what's everyone going to do here in a little, like, what's everyone's plan right now? Valentine said he was going to go to sleep.
Sleep.
Valentine's trying to go to sleep, but LT is going to bother him. So what'd you guys find out? What'd you guys see? So how was recon? What went on? I mean, we just walked to the store and back and it was nuts. I got a pistol lifted off me.
Murph's gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
It was crazy. I mean, seriously, like just going from here to there. There was groups of people. There was drunks. There was gangs.
Valentine pulls out the knife he got from the snipers and puts it against LT's inner thigh and says, if you continue to talk to me, I will cut your balls off and shove them down your fucking throat.
It's been 2 days and you've already hung out with Murph too much. You guys are nuts. And I just stomp off. I guess we'll find out what the whole friggin' reason we're here is some other time. I guess we'll watch your back while you catch your beauty rest.
Emmett will be keeping watch out the peephole.
I will inventory weapons and look at what they got. I'm just like going through their backs.
All right, so we got LT over there inventorying weapons, reassembling the shotgun. There's an M9 now, but Murph has it.
But Murph, that's it, right?
That's where my M9 went. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he put it right back into the holster that it came out of.
And then we see Valentine over there going to sleep, and Emmett is keeping watch. Emmett, roll recon. You're not going to get a -2 because it's going to be the daytime shift. All right, well, you don't notice anything.
Nope, not that time.
And we move over to Murph, and we see Murph lying there on the cot. And suddenly we cut to, we see Murph in the background. We can see those crosses with people on them. There's flames coming up. And Murph's running down, and there's just like rows of it. And there's just crosses and fire like on all sides of him. And Murph's going down this dirt road, and he comes up to this point, and there's these two crosses really close to the side of the road, and on one of them there's Emmett up there on this cross on fire, and on the other one you see Valentine up on the cross and on fire, and both of them are yelling, "Help! Help! Help!" And I'm using this symbolically because this is what we're going to do, Chris. We've reached a point where characters can use the therapy to try to heal your mental traumas. So you have had enough interactions between Emmett and Valentine. I'm going to let you pick which one rolls the medical aid roll to try to help you with it. Don't ask their stats, though, because that's not fair or fun.
No.
That's not as fun.
No, I
That worked out really well, by the way. This is the sound of me patting my own back. Not magic.
Yeah, that's what
not
that
as bad. That's
That's what it is.
It's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your parents are? Sorry. More 90s references.
I think under the current circumstances, he's going to have Valentine help him.
Okay.
I think he thinks Valentine is might have the skills and experience in this sort of thing.
Okay. Jeremy.
Yeah, okay, I'll roll it.
I mean, hold on, Jeremy. There was the other thing, too, because technically for this, it says it's a medical aid roll, right?
Yes.
Now, this might be one of those times where I do a rule differently.
Okay.
I think persuasion should also be allowed because that would allow things like chaplains or such to do this exact same thing. Whereas they wouldn't be able to because they're not fucking doctors. But also, MDs aren't necessarily going to be great at therapy. You see what I'm saying? And not all therapy should be medical related in that way. Sometimes it's just a person or a friend that you talk to. So I'm going to say persuasion also works.
Have you met doctors? They're not exactly empathetic.
Depends on the kind of doctor. Or which doctor. I've met some very empathetic doctors. So, Jeremy.
So I'm going to roll it, but I'm not going to tell you the stats.
For my own edification. So I get I failed the empathy roll. What is if you have to make the empathy roll anyways, what's the courage under fire roll for?
Whether you take the stress or not.
I gotcha.
You actually take the point of stress.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a nope and a nope.
You can push that roll.
No. No.
I said you can.
And I'm not pushing it.
Actually, here's the other thing, Jeremy. Technically, Murph's your buddy. You could have given yourself a +1. So you can re-roll whatever die that would have been the +1 on.
All right. That's still a big nope.
Okay, well. He actually does have a decent persuasion, though, so.
Nope. And a nope. And a nope.
Awesome.
And nope.
Well.
I feel like I'm carrying around an anchor.
Whereas Brian rolled a what? What'd you roll, Brian?
8 and 5. an 8 and a 5. An 8 and a 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5.
No, Chris, you're carrying a cross.
Yeah. The cross I must bear. Why would you say he's got crosses tattooed on his chest?
Would you like to know why?
Yes, please.
The reason for that is that cathedrals' crosses are a designator of burglary. And he has history as a burglar.
He has burgled.
So he has burgled. He also has coffins and a hooded executioner. The hooded executioner means he's killed a family member. And he has a tattoo of a knife going through his neck across his collarbones. Which, that's like, he's mercenary in prison, is what it is.
Jeremy looked up what different.
I Googled the fuck out of some Russian prison tattoos.
And that put Jeremy on another list.
Yeah, well, some of them are fucking scary. Like, some of them are like, yeesh.
All of them are scary.
I know.
Yeah, right.
No, the cathedral ones isn't that bad.
Yeah,
not that bad.
burglary's not it.
It's not that bad.
All right, so both Valentine and Murph, since you guys are going to be resting this shift, or sleeping, as the case may be, could now spend your XP on shit if you want to. So,
I would like to. I'm going to spend...
Awesome. Valentine's about to die.
Our debt is about to be wiped away.
I'm going to spend all of Valentine's XP and a challenge coin.
what? You take that back.
Now I have 13 challenge coins.
Uh-huh.
Lucky number. And his survival is now a D.
Nice. Chris, were you going to spend any XP on anything?
Abso-fucking-lutely, because I have been hoarding them.
All right. Are you going to try to learn Polish?
No. No. I am going to use 20 XP.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
And take my recon from a B to an A.
Get it, son.
Dang. That's the dream. There is no way to move any of the top line stuff, correct?
What do you mean?
Empathy, intelligence,
Stats,
agility,
stats
strength.
are stats.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You can't up those.
Yeah, the top 4 you can't touch.
They
Yeah.
only
Except
go
to
down.
move down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
If you age and whatnot.
What if I gave 3 challenge coins?
No.
Had to try.
Maybe 300
Yeah, maybe.
if you live that long.
And even then, no. The only way you're going to get better stats is if this character dies and you get a new one.
Too soon. Too soon, GM. Too soon.
That's how I've done it.
Right now I have a guy good at running, so just FYI.
All right, so Emmett, were you spending XP on anything?
Yeah, I did already. I spent it on recon. Bumped it up
Okay.
from a D to a C.
Yeah, I think you might have said that already.
Yep, that cost me 10.
All right, so
And it didn't help.
it helped. It helped. The morning goes along. Emmett's looking out the peephole. Doesn't see
What peephole?
shit. Peephole. He doesn't see any people out the peephole. At all. And
Kyle, you shouldn't be laughing that hard at that joke.
Brian cracked himself up earlier. I can crack myself up too.
See, yet again, this falls under the category of Adam does the same thing Brian does. People question if he's on drugs. Just because Brian does it doesn't make it socially acceptable.
Right.
How much third person are we allowed to do here?
Again, it's the Brian rule. Don't.
Brian angry at this.
all right. Chris, I'm assuming since you were also going to sleep, were you going to eat the ration they got for you too? So that you can heal at least 1 point of that stress?
No, I took it back because he's a D-bag. He gets no meat.
Yes.
It's no skill.
I before Jeremy went on the bearing the tattoos, I was going to say he would take the skewer as well.
I quickly grabbed the skewer and I turned it into a cross before I handed it to him.
And I grabbed some garlic and a mirror.
And Murph takes the skewer and stabs you in the throat.
That only works on vampires.
I'm pretty sure getting stabbed in the throat works on anybody, but all right.
Yeah.